A solid show was what night 2 was. It was a solid show. I think night 1 was much better, but it was definitely a good show. We started off with RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus, Alpha Academy. And RK Bro, of course, won 3.5 stars. It was a solid match. After the match, Gable Stevenson came and attacked Chad Gable. Gable versus Gable. After this match, on the second match of the night, we got Omar versus Lashley. I think it was a cool match, 3 stars. It was like Titan versus Titan, two big men fighting against each other. It felt like a proper fight between those two, and Lashley did obviously pick up the win. It was a cool match. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. After that, we move on to Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn, which is surprisingly a good match. They used cool weapons like a mousetrap table, then some of Johnny Knoxville's weapons which haven't been seen before. All the guys from his show came as well. And of course, Johnny Knoxville was picking up the win here. He was a celebrity guest here. And yeah, I'm gonna give this match 3.5 stars. I quite enjoyed this one. But after that, we move on to the fourth match on the show. It was the women's fatal 4-way match, and Sasha Banks finally wins at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Naomi are your new tag team women's champions, and I'm gonna give this match 3 stars. After this, we move on to Edge versus AJ Styles, which I feel disappointed because I think it could have been much better. I think it went slow and then the match just ended. And Damon Priest has now joined Edge, which I again feel is weird. I'm gonna give Edge versus AJ 4-1-4th. And Damon Priest joining Edge. I just find it weird that Damien's joined Edge. Like, you could have put anyone else, but you put Damien Priest. But anyways, we'll move on. We'll move on from that. We then got Ridge Holland and Sheamus. I'm gonna call them Butch because we have Butch in that team. I'm gonna call that tag team Butch. So we had the New Day versus Butch, and no rating. The match was bad, and Butch squashed New Day. Pete Dunne even went to Pete Dunne was going mad in the match, and the team of Sheamus and Ridge Holland, that is Butch, I'm calling them Butch, defeated the New Day. I'm gonna give this match no rating. After this, we move on to our co-main event, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. The match was quite fun. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars, but it was kind of messy and weird after the match because we got McAfee versus McMahon. I'm gonna give that no rating. It was awful. McMahon won that. McAfee beat Theory, of course. Then McMahon went to wrestle McAfee. McMahon won. Then Stone Cold came. He stunned on McMahon. Then he stunned on McAfee. He stunned on Austin Theory. So it didn't make sense. I'm gonna give that sort of segment like a 1 out of 10. It was weird. But after this, we went on to our biggest WrestleMania match of all time, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. And it was just a finisher fest. It's like you are on 2K22. You give yourself 15 finishers. F5, F5, Kimura lock, F5, F5, suplex, spear. And the match, it was alright. I'm gonna give it 3-3-4. It was alright. It was like a finisher fest. And the referee got knocked out. So again, Lesnar didn't lose clean. He's protected. It's the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Do like a superplex on the top rope and the ring breaks. Let Lesnar do the superstar moonsault thingy. Let do cool moves. It's the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. At least if I advertise it like that. Do something entertaining. It was a good match, I guess. Roman just won with a spear. He didn't even hit the guillotine. I think they've retired that move. But yes, Roman Reigns is your double champion. The visual was very good. The visual is a 10 out of 10. The match was a 3-3 for the visual, 10 out of 10. Watch the whole show just for that ending visual. What a visual. Roman Reigns holding both the belts. And Michael Cole called him the WWE Universal Champion. So if they're naming the new title that's a bad thing. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania Night 2 in the comments down below. I'm gonna give this show 7.25 out of 10. I really liked last night.